Hi, and welcome to the second video of UltimateFatBurner.com's Dirty Rotten Tricks video series. In this video, we're going to talk about clinical studies. Supplement retailers like to reference clinical and scientific studies in their advertising for the simple reason that the term clinically proven has a lot of impact. When it comes to levels of proof, the clinical study is right up there at the top, which is why you need to be skeptical when you hear the term. While it does sound impressive, for the most part, the term clinical studies, such as it is used in product advertising, means a lot less than you think. So let's look at some of the underhanded ways retailers use the term clinical studies, or in fact misuse the term clinical studies, in their product advertising to boost sales. 1. They can simply lie about the study, since very few people will actually check up on it. This is done all the time. 2. They can neglect to mention the study was performed on laboratory rats, and the results are not necessarily applicable to humans. They will forget to mention that the referenced clinical study is an in-house study. In other words, the people who have the greatest to gain financially from a positive outcome are the same ones conducting the study. They will neglect to mention that the study is performed by an individual or individuals who have a financial conflict of interest. This isn't necessarily the same as the in-house study. For example, many retailers right now are touting African mango as a great supplement for weight loss and are using the clinical studies that support it to basically back up their claims. What they're not mentioning is the individual who performed the clinical studies has a patent on African mango for weight loss. That's a financial conflict of interest. They will neglect to mention that the study's results, although positive, were not dramatic and are not reflective of the claims made for their own products. They neglect to mention that their product doesn't contain anywhere near the amount or potency of the compounds shown to be helpful in the clinical study. And last, they will cherry pick the studies that they present to you. In other words, they won't mention existing studies that show little or no effect should they exist. So what's the bottom line? What's the take-home lesson here? There really are three. First, be wary of any reference of clinical studies or scientifically proven in any supplement advertising. 2. Recognize that rarely do natural supplements exhibit the sort of dramatic action reported in a product's sales copy. And number 3, be aware that more often than not, products do not contain the exact amount and potency of the ingredient shown to be helpful in the relevant clinical study. And that's how retailers can use clinical studies to boost sales, even though the clinical study doesn't actually support their advertising claims. Thanks for watching, and be sure to enjoy the other videos in the Dirty Rotten Tricks video series.